It's Marc Stenmark, everybody. He's a great Golden Tee player.
I got no snare in my headphones.
He's got no snare. Turn it up. All right. Marc, I think you and I think a lot about the holes the same way.
Yeah.
I had two questions about approaches on things. One, the first time through, was the hole you just won on?
I won on hole 6, is it?
Okay.
Or 5?
Right.
5?
Now, my first question was the first time through, it might have been the second time. Gervais lost a stroke to you there when you chipped in.
Right.
You guys both went outside left and hit an A1, right? You went way outside left, hit an A1.
Yeah.
You knew there's no way your ball was getting to the green, right?
Yeah, it wasn't going to get to the green, but I wanted to have a closer chip. He elected to play a straighter chip.
Yep.
Whereas I wanted to play a closer chip.
Now, okay, so now, did you think about a C3 there? Because the wind was fighting you, and you could have been, you would have gone over the green most likely.
I didn't like the offset on that.
Oh, it's always offset like that. You just have to undercut it and throw it out.
Yeah.
Now, the one that gets me, now the other part was, you got a stroke during regular game on it too, right? Hey, you got a.
Yeah. Well, the regular in overtime, I missed the chip. It was to the right.
Okay, in overtime. Okay, so in overtime, the shot you hit was right.
Right.
You just had too much A.
Yeah. I just had a hair too much A.
My problem with that time there is Gervais hit the wrong shot in your mind too, right?
Yeah, he decided to play a straight shot and play a straight wind coming into the hole.
Because there was no risk. There's no risk hitting an A1.
Right.
No matter what, you got an under 20-yard
yeah.
chip, and if he flats it right, he's on the back of the green with like a gimme.
Right.
The one that I got with you was.
But actually, no, he's playing razors, and they don't bounce as much. He may not have ever gotten to the green. They may have stuck in the rough. That's why I use the barrage, because they hop more.
You got a big hop?
Yeah. If I'd had, I used to play streaks on that hole, and then it made that hole so easy.
What about?
Now you have to work at it a little bit.
I thought you played the 8.5. What made you not do that? I thought.
I think I have the 8.5 in that bag.
You hit a 300. You hit a 9.5, 300.
Oh, do I have a 300 now? I don't know why I switched. Maybe when I was changing bags, I decided to just use a bag I already had rather than modify, because
it's pretty a standard set. I mean, see, my standard set carries an 8.5 driver on it. It's my key. It's my standard, and all of those setups on that. I'm thinking I'm going to be slightly on the back edge of the green.
Yeah.
With every shot I'm hitting, I'm going to be on the back edge of the green and have an easy chip at it. The one I wanted to question you about, right? And I know I'm analytical.
Right.
You're 10 steps more analytical than me. I remember we did a play with a pro, and we both had already ripped out a trackball showing these guys the innards of it. But you're over there talking about degrees of wet of a 9-iron compared to that goes farther into it than I am, unless I'm doing it subliminally.
Yeah.
But you, on the baseball field hole, I think it was in overtime.
Yeah.
It was the setup where an A1 puts you in the middle of the fairway from 130.
Right.
You elected to cut the ball into the rough past the fence, and you had 250 in.
No, that was Sean. I was in the fairway.
You were 80?
I was 136 out on that.
Okay, then my bad. Still always the smartest player I've ever met. Because that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, math-wise, you're going to hold that shot out from the fairway.
Oh, yeah, way
twice
more.
as much.
Oh, yeah, way more.
And it's half the distance.
Exactly.
All right, so that's what you're thinking. I mean, otherwise, there's a really clean match, and it just turned out to being the distance thing.
Yeah, I hit it a little heavy in regulation on hole 11, I think it is.
Yeah, that one too got me. I'm looking at that. We were commenting. I'm thinking.
I've been a little weary on that hole because
I talked about your Invisaleaf.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to play a little longer.
I'm surprised because when I looked at it, I said on the stream, you could hear it later. I said, Stenmark's been whining about an Invisaleaf on this hole. So if I'm Marc thinking the way he's thinking, I'm not hitting a stock tee anything. I'm going to cut a high T6, cut it in heavy, and baby the crap out of it, middle of the green.
Yeah, in hindsight, my other option, I was thinking of hitting a high 8 because that would have just kind of died when it hit the green. It wouldn't have not a lot of action.
Right.
It'd have been safe. It'd have been right in my wheelhouse because the pin was 255 out, and with those balls, I can carry it to about 250 in the air.
And how confident are you when you're hitting fulls?
What's that?
How confident are you on the cut on fulls? Because you hit, I don't know hole numbers well. I think it's 13 or maybe it's 15. The one with the tree that lines up sometimes.
Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah.
So the shot that Gervais hit and then made that sick putt from the top of the fringe.
Yeah. That was
great
incredible.
putt.
Yeah.
But when he hit that shot, I got to think when you were coming into the hole, if he didn't stick that or have any kind of putt at it, were you still going with the 6, or would you have done the shot that he did and been in the middle top of the green?
I was already thinking about it because if he had gone wet or something.
Well, if he goes wet, you lay up.
Well, no, where that pin is, it would have given him like a 10-yard chip.
Well, no, he had a 5-wood. He would have been longer. It would have put him up top.
I mean, if he had gone wet, like right or left.
Oh, yeah.
You know, right there. I was thinking I'd still have to probably go for it, but I've had some success with that particular look. I've had it before hitting the shot I did, and so I wasn't too worried about it.
But you have to know, like when we don't play as much,
right?
Hitting a full with a 5-wood, we know that shot for years.
Yeah.
Which if you hit a full with a 5-wood on that, you would have been wet in the water by 50 yards.
Yeah, 100%.
To know that the 6 is going to hold up even with a full.
Yeah, the 6 is something the 6 is kind of a dead club. It doesn't cut much. It doesn't go as far as advertised.
Right. But and if you would have played the shot that Sean did with the 6, you probably short.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the full was a great shot, and once you hit it, I mean, once I see it, I know that it worked. Yeah. But I don't have the confidence to go and hit a full with the 6-wood because I don't know what the turn's going to do.
It's not something you're familiar with.
You don't know. I don't know the turn on it.
If you go out there and hit it a few times, you'll know. You know, that's all it really takes.
And I mean, that putt that he putted after you made that putt, where you're in your head like, God damn it, is this kid going to make a mistake? I'm hitting.
Yeah, he made that putt. I'm like, damn. I was like, that's where I thought because I mean, you give me that putt, and I probably miss it. 6 out of 10 times.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
And even though he hit center cup, there's 6 out of 10 times that should have rolled over.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible. Hey, one of the best matches we've seen.
Yeah.
No holeouts though. Nobody's holding anything out today.
Like I was saying, he's using razors, and the razors are slower balls, so his balls probably don't roll over as often as someone using.
But 25 is that magic distance. Did he? We couldn't see from here. We don't have a camera view on it. Did he putt that, or did he just go right at it?
I didn't see. I don't know if he does. He see putt or does he just softy? I don't really. I don't know
because you can't really on a 25-yard putt.
Yeah.
You can't soften
you
it.
Can't
you have to see it or nothing.
Yeah, he probably seeded it. It came in soft enough. It was most definitely a C putt.
It's super impressive. Thank you. Costing me money. I love it.
Well, it didn't cost you anything.
Because now you got to get double dipped by one of these guys.
Oh.
But Sean, if we get a little win out of Luna here, then one of these guys. Now, all right, beating you twice is tough to do.
Yeah.
I think the last time it happened was what? Oh, last tournament. My bad.
Indianapolis, that's right.
Oh, some guy did. Some guy commentating did it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you played clean. I mean, we're one off clean. But that was, you missed 2 easy chips that if you're playing 800 games a month, you would never miss them.
Yeah, and one of the things is the chip I missed in overtime, it was like, well, I would normally be I wouldn't chip a 9 there. I was trying to let the wind do the work and not go long. Normally, I would probably have cut a 7.
Yep.
And go a little harder at it. But the risk there would be going past off the green because I don't like to play the break, and then I have a harder chip coming back.
Yep.
And so I was hoping that just that little 8-mile-per-hour crosswind would be enough to kick it out onto the break and then go in almost a straight chip, but I didn't hit it quite right.
Gotcha. And games a month now. What have you played this month before this?
Well, this month's a little low. Last month I had a big month because there weren't really any tournaments. I played 600 games last month.
All right. So now we can take that out of the factor of it because if you play 6 and then play 3, you're still in your groove.
Yeah.
You're still in your groove.
Yeah.
If you play 100. There's shit that you're gonna miss.
That's what I do. I had to start playing again in May, basically to get warm for the Worlds. I hadn't really played at all for a couple months prior to that, and then to get warm for Worlds. But I was also needing to pay rent and bills, and so since I've been turned down for every job I've applied for, I needed to go back and try to.
You have a job right here. It's called. Interested, I have the money. But sorry about that stream. We'll talk. Him and I will get off the cameras for that one. But it's weird because it's kind of funny how the difference between you and I is that you have a need for it. I'm playing now just occasionally.
Yeah, and that's the place where I want to be, is just to play a few games here and there, mainly with some friends. I want to get to that point where I have something else going on here where I can make money, and then I can come and play GoldenTeeV and have fun with it.
Yeah, you can come to the tournament. It doesn't matter how you finish, but your pride still wants you to be up top. There's no doubt you'll always be in the top because the natural ability is still there. What do you think, though, of some of these upsets today, man?
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that's the thing. In a lot of tournaments recently, you've seen a lot of new faces. You see a lot of new names winning matches against some heavy hitters who play a lot of games, a lot of tournaments. Players are just getting better, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, totally.
There's the talent field these days. It's anybody. You could be the number 1 seed, and I'm not expecting a gimme match if I was playing against number 32, because it's going to be somebody who can shoot. If
they make the cut, they probably shot at least one clean round out of 5.
Yeah.
So you got a 20% chance that they're going to come in and shoot a clean round against you.
Oh, and you've even seen it in the last, I'd say in the last, 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years, there have been, I'd say 3 or 4 number 1 seed upsets, including Worlds.
Back-to-back
right? Worlds. I remember Evan was the first number 1 seed, and I think it was Evan in St. Louis 3 years ago. To lose a first round in the history of PEGT. So
really?
I mean that's So
it never happened before that. Really,
no.
It really never did.
Yeah.
1 seed you always thought. We had one back in Indy where McCook and I were fighting for top spot, and I tried to ace something. I lost, and he had to play Litzinger in the first round.
Yeah.
That's not a typical 132. Like Fox and I 231. That's not.
Yeah.
That goes either way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly.
But. We got Norbs. Norbs didn't just beat Fox; he took his will to live.
Yeah. I saw. I didn't get to. I was watching that match for a while, and Fox had a 1-stroke lead, so I didn't see what happened down the stretch.
Norbs had a hole out, and Norbs ended up shooting a 29.
I saw 29-26 is what it said. Was it on Rhineland?
Was it Rhineland or Mystic? It was one of the two.
I don't recall. I was watching it, but I don't recall that one. Yeah. It's great.
It's incredible to watch. I mean, you looked at the final 6. Honestly, Ben Furlan.
Yeah.
Until I saw the name on the board.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
When I saw Donkey Punch, I've seen the name many times. Yeah. It's awesome.
Exactly.
The O brothers, and it's so hard if you're playing a match against those guys. These guys that use the stout balls, you can't learn from them during the game.
Right, no, exactly.
You can't.
Because it's a completely different shot than what...
It's one of the things I've been trying to illustrate to the stream. If we're in a match, you kind of have to figure out, and whether you ask your opponent, they don't have to tell you, but with build-a-balls now, you can't tell.
Yeah.
So you have to start learning by looking at the distance of the driver with the number.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the distance of the driver. Look at this, and then see how their ball's reacting to a certain wind. If it's not moving much in a wind, or they're powering through some headwinds, they're definitely using stouts.
Yep.
So.
Streaks too, big one.
Streaks too.
Now, ball-wise though, if you're playing, so you're grabbers most of the time.
No. I actually switched off the grabbers because the grabbers, they're like the razors. They stick into the rough.
They grab.
Yeah, they grab. And so there's a few holes here like Rhineland number 1, Dubai number 1, where you need
vodka lemonade.
No, I'm good.
You don't need some?
Not right now. I have a beer over here. But they have some holes like that where you need that extra hop to get onto the green or to get over the water on Dubai 1. And the Barrage have that hop.
Yeah, that hop is
Streaks have the hop. But Barrage still has some backspin to it, whereas the Streaks, you hit as well as A1s and C3s as I do, probably. I'll switch to Streaks if it's just a real nasty hole 1 setup, and I think I can still get there.
But see, I've been trying to explain to people, the way people are going at their cuts are wrong in a lot of things. I really think that the way you guys played that, is it 5? The one that you won on.
Yeah.
The one that you played at.
Yeah.
I thought that was over then because your 180 is good enough that you're getting that close.
Yeah, and I missed it a little bit, but it snuck up there. He missed a little more.
Your
left.
Barrage actually.
Exactly.
Now see, I'm playing the 8.5 with grabbers.
Yeah, and it would have stuck if you had hit the same shot.
No, I would have been. I would never be there. I go past.
Yeah.
I'm on the backside of that hill every time.
Yeah.
And that's how
I'm saying if you'd have missed and hit the same distance as mine, it would have stopped. It would have gone up onto the fringe like the Barrage did.
And if not, I'm in a putting spot.
Yeah.
It's. All right, 16 through 11. I wasn't watching. What did Luna just do?
He gave up.
All right, let's get. We're gonna. Marc probably wants to go rest a little bit. Get ready for King of the Hill.
All right.
We're both. I wore a Wu-Tang shirt yesterday, but awesome. I hope everybody's enjoying that.
All right, so now we're back to the game. Great interview with Marc in the Mouth over here.
Marc
seriously.
in the Mouth. That's weird. That was a Marc cubed episode right there.
You know what?
We got a Marc, and a Marc.
I enjoyed it. I just had. I enjoyed it. I just really had to pull Marc away because Orlando Ayala was up by 2 strokes in the last 2 holes in a row. He has given up a stroke each to make it back to an even match.
This probably goes back into what we were talking about, experience, tournament play, and not.
Yes.
Now, do you think Luna was pressing, trying to ole out there, or did he think that he can wait it out and get 2 back from him?
Honestly, I thought he could play it safe, and I thought he could.
We're gonna hit Biddy's shot on the straight. Is this a match? Brad, am I allowed to play that?
I don't think so. I don't think that's allowed.
I think that's against the PEGT International.
Yeah, I think it's against the rules. I thought that Orlando could, the way he was going about it, he could play it safe, but he got a little too much in his head from the inexperience and played a little too safe, you know?
Who did?
Orlando, yes. And which ended up costing him 2 strokes and 2 holes. To go from 2 up.
Do you think it was him being safe or just him not knowing the right shots to hit? I mean, I think he knows the shots to hit.
He knows the shots to hit because he's a solid.
I didn't see the holes.
He's a 26 under average, so he knows.
One was 10. No, he's a 28 handy probably.
Oh,
right?
well, he's a 28, but regardless, he knows the shots then, right? So I would think that he probably played it too safe, but he got his own head and misinformed those shots.
It's an important point I brought up with Stenmark just then. You're playing somebody with stouts.
Yes.
You can't learn off their shot.
No.
Now, but here's the other thing, right?
What's that?
They can't learn off of yours either. So did he see what Luna did and try to mimic it? I don't know. I have no idea. I wasn't watching. I'm just guessing what could have happened.
I was watching. To be honest, I don't think so. Just mainly because.
What was it? 10 and 11?
Yeah.
Well, he only lost 2. So
on the split level, he lost 1 on the split level.
Luna got him going. He got
well, Luna, he did. But here's the thing: on the split level, where you have the box right here. So Luna was able to actually split the box between the box and the rough to get a stroke on him.
He hit a high tee on it instead of what he did against Stenmark.
Exactly. He learned from his mistakes.
He did, because honestly, once again, top player making an error.
Exactly.
It was a top player making an error.
He didn't make it again because he learned.
He didn't make it.
No, he went on the other side of the box, and the hole was down here on this side of the box.
I saw where that was, so he made the putt from there.
Split the rough and the box.
Right, okay.
To go straight through.
I love when I split the box.
Oh my gosh, don't we all?
It's a good thing to split the box.
It really is. Do we have kids that way or not? Because I still don't have any kids. I don't know about, knock on wood.
I think I need to make one here, is what I've been told.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Yeah, they say it's enjoyable and things. It sounds like my life's going to have to be way different than that. I don't know. It really is.
All right, so we're here on rural Dubai. And honestly, it's a really fun course.
It is a good, you can go back and forth.
It's a fun course for the players. It could be a headache for them, but also it's a fun course for people to watch.
All right, watching the rest of this, right?
Yes.
We're past the holes that distance matters or anything like that.
Yes.
Orlando has a huge advantage with stouts coming into 18.
Yes.
If we have a big crosswind, right, it's one less thing he has to worry about.
You think so?
Yeah, it is, because you don't have to play that break very much. You don't have to play that wind very much. Now, I think I'm seeing the setup next to me right now, and I think we're in for a good time. I can hit it.
Ooh. I see what he's doing. He's going to have easy straight up and down. He's going to have an easy straight up and down.
If Luna misses that putt, he deserves to lose.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying.
How did Orlando get up a stroke or 2 right away? What did Luna screw up? Did he miss 1 and lose 2 strokes?
Hey, he must have.
Uh-oh.
Why does he do? Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so
wow.
Okay, so now here's the problem, right?
Yep.
That was his stouts compared to Luna's balls.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Well, he also hit a bite, but he also hit it way harder.
Fuck, jeez. My man.
F-bombs.
That's a great chip.
It was.
But what we're seeing there, though, is Orlando probably saw Luna's ball and where it landed and hit it the speed. Guess what? Those stouts cut through that 10. That 10.
Oh, they really do. And here we are. We're going on to a split level right now with the tee in the middle.
No.
On top of the split. In the middle, though, of these 2 goalies.
You got two choices here.
So as a player, how are you coming into this?
All right, so I have a 5-iron, no 5 hybrid. I'm turning left once. I'm thumbing a 9-wood with backspin.
Are you?
I'm going to land up here on the top, in the top left-hand corner of the green. It's going to check back. I'm going to have a right 6 down 3 putt. Luna's probably going to do the same shot with the 5 hybrid as I would do as a 9-wood. If he comes down, great.
Yeah.
Similar to what mine is. I would have been farther away. Orlando's got a tougher spot here, though.
Like, just to me, I would also turn left a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I would
got
play
a tougher spot here,
yeah,
though.
but he's going right.
Yeah, but that's fine, too.
He's going to go in the right side of the goalie, isn't he?
He's going to go to the right side of the goalie, but
so
most people are more comfortable making a left putt than a right
and that's
putt.
fine, but he's obviously playing to his strengths, which is a positive, correct?
And that, you always play to your strengths.
Absolutely.
I got a feeling that he loses a stroke here, though. The release.
Oh, wow, that's going to be a really tough
shot. The release killed him.
Yeah.
No, he can't make this. All right, so he's got two decisions.
If you're him,
right?
do you chip it?
Let me see. I got to look at it straight on. All right, if I'm playing Paul Luna right now,
yes.
Do I think he's eagling 18? Absolutely. What are my chances of holding one in 18? Slim to none.
Yeah.
I have to make this to stay in
so
this
you
match.
have to chip it then.
You have to. There's no other way to do it. He made it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's game.
No, it's not game yet. Well, like I told you before, you look at this chip like it's intimidating. You play it like it's a right 4 and put it to the left. All right.
That's game.
It's not game. 2 strokes is fine. I told you before, I got to this point in a match, and I'm up 2, and it was a crappy look at it, right?
You know what? I feel bad for saying that. I really do.
No, but
that's his true stroke differential going into 18.
Here's the thing, right? Luna can't lay up here.
Luna can lay up.
No, but that's the thing. If we lay up, we don't know the next shot coming in. With a 12 in your face, your layup's going to leave you a 9-iron into a 12 wind. If you hit it, you can't hit it with roll because it actually shoots backwards.
So you're saying if you hit your usual shot going at it,
you got to go at it. The worst you do is tie or have a chip for the win.
True.
But if I lay up and then go wet, I lose this match. It's still going to take a great shot of Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orlando's going to have.
Luna went for 1 and missed it.
Yeah. So
now, see, me, if I'm Luna right now, I'm going right here. I'm high teeing the 10.5. I would have moved it to the back right of the box. I thumb it with release, and it's game over.
Yeah.
Center of the grid.
Well, regardless, we want to see a shootout right here without going to a sudden death. We're going to have to see a hole out or a hole in one.
I don't want to see any of that. I want to see this end with he hit a cut. It's a good ball.
Yep.
Safe as hell. Well played, Luna.
It's going to be a hard left 9, though.
No, it's not a hard. But the thing is, he could, even if he aces it, a double tap, it ties the game.
Yeah. Worst case, tie the game.
Worst case, a double tap, a birdie to a hole in one, they're tied.
Well, he's going right at it.
He might have done it.
Ooh! Man, right, just passed it.
But there's just letting you know, this looks like a hard left 9.
Yeah.
This is a gimme. Oh, Luna, come on, stop eating poop. Just make the putt. Holy cow!
He got.
All right, so Paul Luna's mildly retarded.
Paul Luna makes horrible shots.
Poor decision. See, the thing is, that left 9 was from his distance. He had no risk of going in the water if he missed it.
Yeah, and that's absolutely ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
Why would you even mess around with that and take a chance on losing it all?
There was no doubt that he would make that putt, and even if he missed it, it is not going in the water.
Okay, even worst case scenario, let's say he lags it. You just hold on. You pull back on the C. And you just thumb it just the taddest little bit. You're gonna have straight. Hold on. You're gonna have a straight up.
It was what, 20 feet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, hold on. Listen.
Downhill.
Why do you even come to these tournaments?